The new Breville Multi-Chef allows you to cook rice, steamed vegetables or dumplings, cook risotto and slow cook and even saute all in one pan. So today I'm going to cook a traditional risotto, which is a Milanese style, and that'll go with an ossobuco that I'll cook later. First of all, we want to saute the onions and the garlic. So press the saute button and then the start button to preheat. Leave that to preheat for about 5 minutes to get it nice and hot. That's been 5 minutes. Putting about 1 tablespoon of oil and about 20 grams of butter, and let that heat for about a minute. Add the onions in. So that's 1 onion finely chopped and 1 clove of garlic. Just give that a little stir and pop the lid on again for a few minutes. The reason why I'm putting the lid on in between cooking is to retain all the heat that's inside the pan. So that's 350 grams of rice. This is a risotto rice. Give that a stir. Pop the lid on and again just cook that for 1 minute. After a minute the rice has started to crisp up, so we'll add in the wine. Once the wine has reduced down a little bit, we're going to add the stock. So I've got about 1 litre of chicken stock. Pop the lid back on and switch the machine from saute to risotto. Now there's no need to do any more stirring. We're just going to leave that. It'll take about 20 minutes to cook, and then after that I'm going to stir through the rest of the butter and some cheese. I've already grated about ½ a cup of Parmesan cheese. Our risotto is ready. Stir through the rest of that butter and the cheese. Stir that through. Just be careful, don't stir it too much. And just serve it. Big generous portion. Maybe just a little bit of more Parmesan on top and some fresh pepper. And there you have it, a risotto Milanese in the Breville Multi-Chef. A dish that goes really well with risotto Milanese is an ossobuco. I've already browned off a few pieces of meat, so I'll just do a couple more. I'm on the saute function and I've had it heating for a couple of minutes to get nice and hot. Just lightly flour the ossobuco pieces, pop that in and put the lid on. Now that'll take a couple of minutes to cook on either side. Okay, let's have a look. Our last pieces are nice and seared, so pop your onion in. Give it a stir and we'll cook that for a couple of minutes just to soften the onions. After another minute, add the celery and carrots. Just stir them through. Cook that for about 1 more minute. If you want to, you can add a little bit of wine. Add the meat in. Use a tomato passata, about 500 mils. Pour that over the top and a little bit of sugar. Just takes the bitterness out of the tomato. And some fresh thyme and maybe just a little bit of salt and pepper too. Salt in. Pop the lid back on and now we'll switch it to slow cook. I'm going to cook this one for about 6 to 7 hours. We want to tenderise the meat so it'll fall off the bone when it's finished cooking. Our ossobuco is ready. Can you see that's just falling off the bone? And a bit of the sauce. And I'm just going to make a quick remoulata. It's using finely chopped fresh parsley and fresh basil and just some lemon rind to go in that. And there you have it, ossobuco with risotto Milanese.